Yeah, that's the spirit. Respected dignitaries, faculties, and my dear friends. Today we have gathered for a work for cause. But before I begin with my words, I would like you to imagine a small kid having frequent blood transfusions. He's struggling for life. His life is drenched with so many infections, skeletal abnormalities, so many problems. When he has been told that he is not going to survive in few years. He is a case of thalassemia major. You are struggling to get your MBBS seat. He is struggling to get his life. And what was his fault? What was his only fault? His only fault was he was born to parents who did not have an audacity, to undergo a pre-marriage thalassemia screening. His parents would have undergone so many horoscope matches so that their planets match. They would have undergone so many rituals so that their planets match. They would have dated for 5 years for their compatibility. But when asked for thalassemia screening, they would have said, I am absolutely normal. They were the case of thalassemia minor. Thalassemia, my dear friends, guys and girls, it's not a disease, it's not a complicated case of pancreatic cancer. It's not a complicated epidemic of corona or swine flu. It is a disease which can be totally prevented by just one thing, and that is awareness, and which is still prevalent. The society, the populace of this country is drenched with thalassemia because of one reason, and that is ignorance of the populace of this country. So many NGOs are spreading awareness, but I can awaken a person who is sleeping. Mark my words, I can awaken a person who is sleeping, but I cannot awaken a person who has closed his eyes and is pretending to be sleeping. People are, ignorant for all these messages, and as a part of medical fraternity, it's not just a privilege, it's our duty to spread awareness for thalassemia prevention. Now you guys might be wondering why the hell I am shouting at you. I will go undergo a thalassemia screening. All of you have undergone, I think sir asked. Now the answer to that question is a question itself. How many of you have donated blood once in their lifetime? Please raise your hands. Twice in their lifetime? Very few hands up. Yeah? This is the case of medical college. What can we expect from the society? We know that blood donation doesn't cause any harm to us. They are afraid of that. Still only 2 or 3 guys have donated blood twice in their lifetime. Let's suppose I select 40 people out of you, right? 40 people. At least you could have donated 5 times in your life. 5 times. A single blood donation can easily save 3 lives. 40 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3 sums up to 600. You could have saved, just 40 people standing over here could have saved 600 lives by now, which you have not. Why? Because we have not donated blood. I'd like to, as time constraints, I would like to end my word with a few questions which I want to ask to you. Will you spread awareness for thalassemia? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Will you spread awareness to all your relatives? Yes or no? Yes. Will you donate blood? Yes or no? Yes. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times? Yes or no? Yes. Thank you so much, guys.